If you don't know what feminism is at this point, you are being willfully ignorant.
Intersectional feminism is basically just acknowledging that all women come to the table with different experiences so that we can advocate for each other.
Intersectional feminism is something that impacts on everybody. It's about gender equality, but it's also a way of thinking. We have more than one identity, and those identities all intersect in numerous ways. That makes things much more complicated.
I am who I am, and I don't think the fact that I have cerebral palsy or I'm Egyptian Australian really dictates who I am. It's just part of who I am.
I was quite shocked the first time that I was called a feminist. I was like, oh, feminist. Because I wear makeup and I love feminine things, and my idea of feminism was quite butch. I had to unpack it, and I was like, what do feminists believe? And they was like, feminists believe in equality. And I go, yes, well, I believe in equality. And feminists believe in standing up for people that can't stand up for themselves. And I was like, oh yes, I do that too. And then, and then I sort of sat up and it was like, oh my God, I'm a feminist.
I find it funny how a lot of people say they're not political, but politics is into everybody. Like, I'm not political, but you have to work. That's political. The amount of hours you have to work is political.
I'm born of intersections. My family are Anglo-Fijian, so within the Fijian community, they don't really consider me a full Fijian. And then trans, another intersectionality. It's not something that I'm not used to, but intersectionality can be isolating.
Suppose I identify as non-binary, and I guess that means I don't really identify as a male or as a female, I guess. I feel like I drift somewhere between.
Some of my identities contrast with each other. Like, I don't think they contradict each other, but some people would. Some people will say that real Africans aren't queer, but I exist, thus it's real. A big thing is me not being black enough. I'm meant to be all sassy, like, girlfriend. People are like, oh, you must be a coconut. And I get that from everyone, from fellow black people too.
Feels like I'm not Muslim enough, and it feels like I'm not queer enough, and it can be quite lonely, I suppose.
The trans suicide rate is 35% per capita, and then you add on to that the trans murders, the organ failure, the addiction, death from addictions, caused from not being accepted. I think they're about 10% of the people trans people I knew growing up are still alive today. Now the media is starting to realise that we are humans, and they're giving us that humanity.
I think mainly representation is becoming much more inclusive, but I think there are still so many issues that go unexplored.
I think it's very white. I think it sort of just felt like a fact of life that, there are no brown people or people that look like me on TV presenting the news.
Underrepresentation is what drives me and what inspired me to study screen production.
I just want to be able to tell stories in a way that the people who are telling those stories feel like they've trusted their story to me in a way that makes them feel comfortable and safe and heard.
I have a right to exist, and I have a right to be treated with respect.
I don't think that we should put up with homophobia and transphobia. I don't think we should suck it up. Why should we suck it up? I think that it's wrong, and I think it should be punishable by law. I think that that is a great way for us to protect our rainbow children. In 1997, I created legal precedents in Fiji. I am the first transgender woman to legally obtain a female name on all documentation. All transgender people after me can utilise what I did. You also have to be strong for other people, because a lot of people within my community, they're too scared to say, that's not right.
it's being really difficult to be strong in today's world. I think it's safe to say that we're all pretty scared and worried for our future.
I hope everything gets better. People feel less lonely. There's more collectivity. I have hope.
I am resilient.
Adventurous.
I am a bookworm.
Powerful.
I am fabulous.